Hello there my dear friends, and welcome back to another very exciting Star Wars video. I'm so excited because today we have one of the best updates that we've had in a very long time. We have some more delicious Ahsoka Season 2 news. I've been updating you guys on all developments concerning the show. Recently we had the directors revealed, a big tease for Baylan and Shin from Ivana Sakno, and some cool filming information from Natasha Liu Bordisso. But today, we're talking about Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker, George Lucas's chosen one. And if you're a fan of the prequel trilogy like myself, you're going to be very happy with this. But just before we dive in, just a moment, if you've not done so already, please be sure to hit the big subscribe button down below, ring the bell for notifications, we're trying to grow this channel. But no more jibber jabber, let's dive straight in. So amidst rumours that Ahsoka Season 2 is going to be very flashback heavy, we already knew Hayden Christensen was returning because he spoke about it at Celebration, but today, we now have confirmation some of his scenes are going to be filmed at night, next weekend. And the reason we know this is because of a very specific post from Comic-Con Manchester. Hayden was meant to appear next weekend, but he had to cancel due to schedule conflict. But instead of saying this in simple terms, something along the lines of, sorry guys, Hayden is busy, Comic-Con went a bit further, and in their apology, they revealed something pretty massive if you're a fan of Ahsoka. The Twitter post says, quote, "Unfortunately, Hayden Christensen has nighttime film shoots over the weekend of our convention." Oh, now that's juicy. They specified nighttime film shoots. And remember my friends, they're filming on location in the south of England. And it seems like, according to a couple of people I know who are close to the project, Hayden has a pretty substantial role in Season 2. This could be for Anakin's Force Ghost, or more Clone Wars flashbacks, but I can't get over they're filming in some of the most beautiful parts of the UK, instead of relying on the volume again. Ahsoka Season 2 is going to be much more akin to Andor, if you're talking about visuals, cinematography. I'm so excited for this. There is a chance this is for Darth Vader flashbacks. After all, they could do a live-action version of Twilight of the Apprentice. But having heard Dave Filoni's comments on Anakin's arc in Season 1, I think Anakin's Force Ghost was using Darth Vader, that second persona, to advance Ahsoka's character. So it's no longer needed for Season 2. So I think this is almost certainly for Anakin's Force Ghost, conversing with his former Padawan. I would say both Ahsoka and Sabine, but keep in mind my dear friends, out of the two of them it's only Ahsoka who can see him. Don't get me wrong though, in the Season 1 finale, Sabine definitely sensed him, but she put it down to shadows in the moonlight. She couldn't see his full apparition. But in those conversations between Anakin's Force Ghost and the reborn Ahsoka Tano, Ahsoka the White, we're probably going to get quite a few flashbacks initiated. I can imagine this being Shadow Warrior 2.0. I do just want to say, my friends, because a logical question that follows is, what about Ewan? There were rumors Ewan McGregor was going to feature in Season 2 as Obi-Wan's Force Ghost / Obi-Wan in flashbacks. I honestly don't know, and I suspect Disney and Lucasfilm are keeping that very close to the chest. But also keep in mind that Ewan's wife is Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Hera Syndulla. And so maybe on days where Ewan uses the excuse of visiting the set to see his wife, those are the days where Dave puts him in the outfit, puts him in the Jedi robes again, and maybe he films a few secret scenes for the show. That'd be amazing. I just want to be blown away. Season 1 had so much potential, but they need to step it up. But from the sounds of things, everything is in place for them to do this. Hayden being on set, more exploration of Baylan's skull, Shin Hati. It sounds like all of the best things from Season 1, but with the bonus of the actors engaging with real-life locations. And speaking of this, my friends, that brings us on to our second Ahsoka update. There is a rumour going round, and this is from locals in the area, that Ahsoka Season 2's filming is using the Beer Quarry Caves down in Devon. Again, a beautiful but also mysterious location. And this makes me think of a topic I spoke about in a speculation video just a few weeks ago. I spoke about the differences in Peridea between Season 1 and Season 2. In the first season, Peridea served a very specific purpose, finding Ezra, and for the villains, finding Thrawn. They alluded to ancient secrets pertaining to the Purgle, the Night Sisters, the Mortis Gods, and even the Zepho. But it was primarily a setup, just getting the characters to where they need to be. It's why Ahsoka says to Sabine right at the end, they're where they belong. Ahsoka, Sabine, Baylan and Shin are now abandoned on the world. And it's 3 different parties. Shin and the bandits, after Baylan abandoned her, Baylan and whatever's calling out to him, whether it's Abeloth, it might be something very different, and then you have Ahsoka and Sabine, and I guess by extension Hu Yang. But now that we're going into season 2, which is primarily going to be set on Peridea, to make it feel more expansive, more world building, they had to take a different approach. That's why filming on location makes the most sense. Maybe these are caves he goes through in the mountains to find the monastery, the one he saw in the distance at the end of season 1. If this planet is as huge as we think, and part of a second galaxy, the pressure is on Dave to really open the doors to something very new, something extensive and amazing in the Star Wars universe. Everything I've heard about the show so far sounds insane. Filming is apparently going swimmingly, and that is always a very good sign. Given Lucasfilm's track record, you do not want more production problems, more delays. So if you're a fan of Anakin, get ready. This is going to be huge. And Hayden Christensen has also been teasing his return. He's been very cheeky and vague in the way he's been wording things, but I do have a bit of a theory. Dave Filoni consulted George Lucas for help with writing Anakin for season 2, because unlike season 1, Anakin in season 2 is not just a cameo. He's going to be an integral part of helping Ahsoka navigate Peridea, and that could mean exploration of how Anakin feels post-Return of the Jedi, how he feels about the Chosen One prophecy. This could be groundbreaking, canon-changing stuff. They might even talk about Luke. There's so much they can do with Anakin. And Hayden Christensen says, quote, "I understand his struggles in a deeper way in season 2. He's already seen the script, and like I said, my friends, he's filming some scenes in the coming days. And I don't know if you guys know this, but he says he's also trying to channel Jake Lloyd's version from The Phantom Menace, trying to respect his amazing performance. And in a way that's nice. Both actors played Anakin. Jake faced a lot of struggles. There were some positive updates from his mum in recent months, but it's nice to know that Hayden honors every version of the character. And he also gave props to Matt Lanter, the voice of Anakin in animation, which by the way, was a big reason Hayden agreed to come back, not just for Ahsoka but Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hayden was a big fan from the sidelines, but it's phenomenal to see he's finally having his moment in the spotlight, where it seems that Star Wars fans are ecstatic to see his return. Hopefully we get as much as possible. And so now, my friends, we have yet another Ahsoka update. We have our first official look at Ezra Bridger in season 2. And spoiler warning, he no longer has his beard. He's back home. Eman Esfandi has been doing a very good job of staying clean-shaven, having his hair shorter, and as TheDirect.com says, this is deliberate because he took one of these photos the morning of shooting. Eman even says it on Instagram. I guess even though we're over a year away, it finally feels real. Fake second seasons without anything official seem so far away until you get something really substantial, even if it's breadcrumbs, even if it's all behind the scenes stuff. That's what this feels like. Celebration was also a very good tease. We're getting baby Lothcats, that's another thing to note. And I wonder if in some of the New Republic scenes back home, we're gonna see more heroes from Rebels and Ahsoka season 1, maybe more Ryder Azadi, because who's been feeding Sabine's Lothcats? But that said, my dear friends, those are some very exciting updates. Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you excited for Ahsoka season 2? Why so? Or why not? And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, check me out on socials, and may the Force be with you, always.